Good morning, all. We'll start discussing about today's session. What is background? Can you mute,
Everyone,
please?
please be on mute.
So we'll start about today's session regarding background job, right? As you are working in SAP, everyone have aware about the background job, and we need to do the background job basically for the reports, right? And what are the steps we need to what are the steps we need to follow for the background job? And second thing, we can trigger that the background job report to our personal mail ID, and we can trigger that mail to our email SAP mail ID, right? So I have prepared a document. Let me share the screen. Let me share my screen. It is visible to everyone. My screen is visible to everyone.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. So to schedule a background job, we have to follow some of the steps, right? It is very easy to schedule a background job, and we have to follow some of the steps. After first, I will show you how we can trigger a background job. Secondly, after showing this, I will show you how we can trigger the same thing to our mail ID and SAP mailbox. It will be interesting, right? So these are the steps, right? First, suppose we are going to schedule a background job. First, we have to find out the T code, right? From PP side, there's suppose I want to trigger the background job for MRP live. If I want to do the background job for COIS report, right? And from MM side, if I want to trigger the background job for MB52 report, I can trigger. For the sale order side, if I want to trigger BA05 report from this quality side, if I want to trigger this from QA32, I can trigger, right? So what I will do, I will open the Excel so that you people can understand the things. I'll open the Excel, then I will try to explain you, right? First, we need to understand why background job is required. Can anybody tell me why background job is required? What is the necessity of running the things in the background, right? We can do the same thing in the forend also, right? Front end also.
Yes,
Why
sir.
we are why we are trying to run in the background? Tell me. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. One by one.
Yeah.
One by one.
Yeah, it's Pranav this side. So to run the
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. One by one, please.
अरे तिथं प्लान टाका था प्लान
अच्छा
3000 करोडचा
Hello.
लॉग इन हो
Okay. Okay. We run the
चलला का
background.
मग
Yes, we run the background because see sometimes what happens after the working hour. Can you mute? Hello. Please mute.
somebody mute some voice is coming. Yeah, I can proceed, Bhavani.
Yeah. Please request you to mute yourself. Okay, we do the background run basically. See, suppose I am working for a manufacturing company, right? My manager wants to see the report. I want to run the background for MRP. Suppose my manager want to see the background job for the report, COIS report, or for MB52 report or BA05 report. How much I have today, how much production I have completed today, right? Or how much the sale order I have created today. What is the material consumption I have done? From MM side, I want to do for MB52. For MM side, I have done the for MB52. So what happens? I will trigger the background job today evening 9 o'clock. And what happens when the manager will try to come in the so suppose I am running MB52, and what are the material consumption I have done? My manager want to see the report, right? the manager will not come to SAP and he will not see the report. What happens? We will trigger the same thing in the background, and we will trigger a mail to the manager, so that when we comes to the system, when you do the login in the system, he can find out the report. He can see the report detail. So what are the steps? What are the steps we have to follow? Can anybody tell me? First, we need to find out the T code, right? The T code where we have to schedule the background. This is the first step. Which T code we want to do the background job, right? Then what is the second step? We have to create a variant. Create a variant for that T code. What will be our third step? Copy that program. Copy the program name of that T code. These are the steps we have to follow first. Then what will be the next step? We have to schedule the background job. To schedule the background job, what is the T code? Can anybody tell me what? Can anybody answer what is the T code to schedule the background job? Anyone? Please.
SM36.
SM36.
Yes, very good. SM36 the T code where we can trigger the background job. Then once we trigger the background job, then we have to see, right, this background job is successfully executed or not. This background job is failed or released. What is the status? So what is the T code? SM37 is the T code where we can see the status of that background job. It is very, very important. I think most of the people all know all these things. Next, then next part is how we can trigger this. Suppose I am running a report, COIS report, right? My main motto is that I should trigger this COIS report to my user personal mail ID, right? User personal mail ID. Second thing what we can do, we can trigger the mail ID, to SAP mailbox, right? Am I correct or not?
Mute.
Sorry, please, someone can mute who? Akash, can you mute?
I am already on mute.
No, please ask someone who is unmuted. Please ask. Please check. Okay. These are the steps we have to follow. So I have prepared a PPT, and these are the key points I have written here. First, we have to find out the T code. Second, we have to create a variant. Third thing, we have to copy that program, right? Then fourth step, we have to go to SM36 and we have to schedule the job. Fifth step, we have to check what is the status. Then we have to trigger that report into the mail ID, right? These are the steps. Now we'll go to the system and we'll check one by one. Everyone can see my SAP screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So first step, I told you, I want to do the background job for the COIS report. This COIS report is basically used by the PP team. It is the production order report, right? In this report, I can check whether how many total order I have prepared today, right? How many order I have completed technically completion I have done today. So basically, I am giving an input, the production plant MAR1, and what I am going to save, I'll save the variant. See, I'll try to save the variant. I'm giving the variant name as demo 15. Okay, so I'll give the description also, demo 15. This is the, see, as I told you, first I have to find out the T code. The T code is COIS. Hello. Okay. Second step is create a variant. I have to create a variant. This is the variant. I am going to save the variant. Now I am going to save the variant. See, the variant demo 15 is saved. The same thing I will go here and I will write the variant is demo 15. My next step, I told that I have to copy the program, right? the T code which I'm going to do, I will copy the program. The program name is this, right? This is the simple thing. Once I have done these things, see, I told you that I will show you a method where I can trigger the mail into SAP mailbox. So I am adding a point here. I'll go to the SAP mailbox. I will define that point where I want to trigger the mail to which user I am going to trigger the mail ID. So there is a T code called SBWP. SBWP is nothing but SAP mailbox, right? In this mailbox, I want to trigger. Suppose this is the user ID. I'm using the user ID what? 701072. I will trigger the mail ID to this user, right? Whatever the user I want to trigger the mail ID, I have to define here. Please mute. So what happens? I'll come to the distribution list, right? I'll come to the distribution list and I will create a distribution list here. I will come to this screen. I'll select private. Okay. Once I select private, I'll give some name. I'll suppose I'm giving name as demo and demo. See the distribution, and I will come to the distribution content, because in this content I am going to define which user, see, you can see the recipient, right? SAP logon. I can define the email ID. I can give the SAP logon name. For the time purpose, I am giving the SAP logon name. What is the SAP logon name? See, the SAP logon is here 701072. What I will do? I'll copy the logon name and I will assign here, so that when I will trigger the background job, when I will schedule the background job, email should be triggered to this person. So I will save this. This is very, very important thing. See, the distribution list is created. Once the distribution list is created, what I have to do? I have to go to SM36 to trigger the mail ID to schedule the job. So I will give the again I will give the job name demo COOIS, right? Then what I have to do? See, it is very, very important. If I want to trigger these things to a personal mail ID, I have to give the mail, right? I have to provide the mail. See, these things as a consultant, PP consultant or MM consultant, as a consultant, we cannot do the things. This is the work of a basis consultant. In the second part, I will come to the things. I will give a introduction so that you can understand. With the help of basis consultant, we can trigger the mail, so that you can see this outbox. We can get the mail into the outbox. Okay. So for the currently, I want to show you how we can trigger the mail into SAP mailbox. So what happens? I will come to the spool list. Once I come to the spool list, I have to come to the distribution list. Once I come to the distribution list, I will check what are the distribution list I have created. I have created a distribution list now, right? I have created a distribution list. 1 minute. What is the distribution list I have created? 1 minute. Sorry.
Demo.
Oh, sorry, demo. Yes. Yes, the demo distribution list I have created. What I will do, I'll copy so that email will trigger. I'll copy here. Then what is the next process? This is the next process, right? How I want to schedule the job. Then I will go to the step. When I'll go to the step in the above program, I told you in the second step, I have to copy the formula, right? I have written in the Excel file, I have to copy the formula. What I have to do? Copy the program. I'll copy this program. And once I give the program name here, what is the variant I have created? It will automatically reflect here. Can anybody tell me what is the variant we have created? The variant is demo 15 we have created, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what I will do? I will assign the variant here. I will do the check and save. Remember. Then what is the next step? The next step will be starting the condition. How we want to schedule the job. It is fully depend upon the business requirement, right? Some people want to schedule the job daily basis. Some people want to schedule the job weekly basis, or some people want to schedule the job as per the business requirement. So I'll come to the date and time. Suppose I am giving one date. Suppose I am giving today's date, right? So today's date is 15. So 15, and the thing is that I want to do the periodic. Periodic means was I can schedule the job each hour, daily, hourly basis. Sometimes when you do the LIMS integration, right? The people who are working on the LIMS integration, that time when we schedule the job, we have to schedule each hourly basis, right? It is required. What are the data we have taken the input from GRN? What are the data we are passing from SAP to other integration system? That time hourly basis scheduling is required, right? And some of the report, most of the people we are working for the report basis. Most of the report we are working on the daily basis. Background job we have to schedule daily basis, and we people are working on the MRP, right? MRP life and MRP related things. What we will do, we will schedule the job weekly once or twice, right? At that time we'll go for the periodic. And in SAP, suppose I am going for weekly, right? And I'll check and save there some restriction. SAP has provided a good facility here. Restriction, suppose today is my non-working day, right? Saturday is my non-working day, Sunday is my non-working day. If I am scheduling daily basis, and in the non-working day, what will I will do? I will not, because in the non-working day the company is closed, right? No transaction is performed. Then what is the report I have sent in the Friday? The same report I have to send. So instead of doing that, what I can do, I can maintain the factory calendar. What is the factory calendar I am using in the work center? Same factory calendar I will maintain here, and I can restrict execute on working day. If I will select this execute on the working day, check and transfer, what happens? The non-working day I will not schedule the job. This is very interesting thing, right? So what happens? The repeated, I cannot send the repeated error, right? Sorry, I cannot send the repeated report. Okay, that is the main benefit of this here. So to show you what I will do, for currently I will not going for this. To show this, to show the immediately, because I want to schedule the job immediately, so that what happens, so that we can see, right? If I want to schedule the job immediately, I will go to the my SAP mailbox. I will see whatever the job I have scheduled, it is coming or not. So that's why I am scheduling the job immediately. What I will do, I will check and save. Once check and save, after that I have to do save. Once I'll save, it should give a trigger message that it is released. Remember one thing, it should show me that released. Once it is not showing released, then whatever the background job we are doing, that will be not successful, right? Then what is the next step? I will go and check what is the background job we have scheduled, what is the status. To check the status, the T code is called SM37, right? I'll go to SM37, I'll give the username, and I'll give these things. See, here the options are there: job status, release, ready, everything. If I give everything, then it will show me the status, and from which date I want to see the status, right? This I can provide the date detail, and I can execute. Once I execute, can you see what is our job name? Demo COIS, right? Demo COIS is our report, right? So when I click on the spool, I can see the detail here. Here I can see the detail. These are the reports. Now second cheese, I told that I want to trigger this report into our SAP mailbox. What I'll go to /n SBWP. Okay, once I go SBWP, in the inbox, can everyone see that one on read document is there? One email is triggered to my mailbox, which is on read. So I will open that mailbox. What is our job name? Currently, we have given the job name Demo COIS, right? This mail ID, this report is triggered to a concerned person whose user ID we have assigned. This is very important, right? Everyone, this is very important. See, the manager, what he will do, he will not go to SAP daily. Every day he will come in the morning, and he will check the SAP mailbox, and he will check the report, right? Okay, this is the report, that this much production they have done. This is the take-home they have done. What exactly he wants to see, we can trigger the same things to here, right? And second point, see, if I show my PPT, see, these are the steps. First, what we did, first we find out the T code, right? We have different type of module. From PP side, we can trigger COIS report, any report, MD01N. From MM side, we can trigger MB52, right? MB51 or ME5A report. From SD side, you can report VA05, so that I can find out how many sales orders they have created on the daily basis, right? So from quality control, we can trigger QA32, right? QA32. If I can trigger QA32, I can find out how many numbers of inspection lot is balanced, right? Everything on a detailed basis in a QA32. If I trigger, I can find out. It is very interesting, right? So manager will what will do? He will not log into. He will not come to SAP. He will log into his mail ID, maybe his personal mail ID, maybe his SAP mail ID. We have seen a scenario in the SAP mail ID, how email is how we can how we can do the setup and how email is trigger, right? Then we have to create and save the variant. Then we have to copy that program of the T code. Then we have to go for SM36 to schedule the job. Then SM37 to check. Then we can check in the things. And SOST, it is very important. What is SOST? SOST is a T code. By using this T code, right? I'll show you. If I go to SOST/O SOST, in this mail ID, in this T code, basis team has to define what is the sender, who will be the sender, who will be the recipient. Suppose I am the sender, so I have to provide that @sap.com. Recipient, what is recipient? Who will be getting the recipient? From the user side, we have to define the name. Suppose the user side is Lakman. I have to define the name of the Lakman his mail ID. Right, so that this SOST email ID will be triggered to this outbox. Remember one thing, this is the difference. If the basis consultant do the corresponding setting, then this mail ID, this report, everything will be setting here. We have to provide the variant detail, job detail. With the help of that, they will do the setup so that we can get the mail ID from here. Okay, then now the next point. This is the setup I have done. This is the process, whole process I have taken. See, can anyone see? Most of the people, we are working in the manufacturing, MRP also, right? I have taken a screenshot. I have done for my last project. What I have done, I am doing the MRP, right? MRP live every weekly. I am doing the MRP run. After MRP run at 9 o'clock, I am 9 p.m. I am doing the MRP run. After 9:05, immediately I am triggering a mail to the customer, right? The font will be looks like this. I am sending a Excel file. With the Excel, I am sending the detail MRP log, what exactly we have done, find out what is the result of MRP run, what exactly we are getting the error in the MRP run. I am sending the report, and see, can you see, dear team, please find the attached document for your reference. This is automated release, right? This is an automated mail generated from SAP. So the font will be looks like, right? When we are triggering the mail to the outbox, the font will be looks like this. See, this is SOST email triggering. This SOST is a T code used by the basis team. They have to define sender name, recipient name, every sender name, recipient name. So date and time, everything. Suppose what happens? Sometimes when we are releasing, sometimes we are triggering. Suppose we have trigger a mail background mail on Sunday evening. Okay, Monday morning, what happens? User will come and ask you, Mr. Bhavani, what is the MRP mail you have triggered? We have not received the things. Then what is our approach? Our approach will be like that. We will come to SOST T code, right? We will come to see the SOST T code, or we will ask our basis consultant to check in the SOST. So he will come and see what is the status, why this mail is not triggered. Any error where the mail is not triggered, we are responsible. Our approach should be, we will come to the SOST T code, we will check what is the status. If we come to the SOST T code, it will clearly show why this email triggering is failed. So basis consultant will analyze that thing and he will rectify these things, and he can manually try by forcing. There is an option also in SOST. He can force that mail ID. He can check, and we can also check that we can find out a solution from this screen only. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Team, any question?
Thank you.
No. Thank you.
It was good.
Share the document.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll share the document. It is very interesting. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I can show you again also. Main thing that we people know that how to trigger the things, but the thing is that how we can trigger to the things into our email ID, because how we can trigger the same thing into SAP mailbox. That is an important thing we can add. And basically we do the background job for the report purposes, right?
Can you show us that distribution list you created initially once
Yes,
again?
yes, I'll show you. I'll show you. Minute. Okay. Everyone can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first I told that first we have to define the variant everything. In the first, after the third step, we will be going for SBWP. The T code is called SBWP. Otherwise, if I don't remember the T code, the simple thing I have to come to the menu and I have to come to the SAP Business Workplace, right? If I come to the T code, that's the same thing SBWP. I have to come to the distribution list. In the distribution list, what I have to do? I have to create. What I have to create? I have to come to the folder. Once I have come to the folder, I have to select the private one. Once I select the private one, I have to give the name. Suppose I am giving the name pin2. Okay. Again, I am giving the name here pin2. Once I have created the distribution list, I have to assign you have to assign to the user recipient whom I want to send. Suppose I am using currently for the system SAP login name. SAP login name, I will come to the screen. And what is the login name currently? This is my login name. I have to define this login num here and I have to save. Once I save, it should show me a pop-up message that pin2 is created. I need to check it is. Sometimes what happens, what exactly we do the error, we will not come to this screen and we will not say, we will not assign the recipient detail. If I will not assign the recipient name, then when I will go and check in the email box, SAP email box, the mail will not trigger. So it is very much important to assign the recipient name here. This is the things. Then I will go to SM36 screen. Same thing, email spool. I have to correlate, right? I have to correlate here and I have to assign. I have to come the recipient. I have to select on the distribution list. Again, I have to copy the data and I will check what are the distribution list is created. Now, recently I have created pin2, right? I have to copy the pin2 so that is copied. So I have created the distribution list in SBWP. I have interlinked in the background job. So the communication I made, once I have made the communication, when I will trigger the background job, mail will be triggered. This is the main thing. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Any doubt?
One other question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between shared distribution list and private distribution list?
Private distribution. Sorry, come again.
What is the difference between shared distribution list and private distribution list?
1 minute. You are telling that at this point, right? When I come to this screen, share private distribution means what exactly? Private distribution means what exactly I am doing for the current system. Shared means it will be shared with other system. Suppose my user ID is 123. Someone user ID is different. Private means it will be private to me, right? Suppose I am assigning for my current login ID. For that current ID, I am assigning. That's why I am selecting the private. Basically, this
Sir,
yeah,
this
please.
one, yeah. Please go ahead, sir.
No,
It's
nothing.
completed.
You can ask your question. No, nothing. Please ask your question.
What my question is, like the report, how it will trigger the report? Like we have to set the variant, right? That
Yeah.
about the report.
Yes. To trigger the email, we have to follow these steps. Can you see my screen? We have to first find out the T code, which report we want to go for the background job. Then we have to save the variant. Then we have to copy the program. Then we are going for the SM36 to schedule the job. We have to follow these steps.
Okay, fine, sir. Like, is this like how if we want to do this in cloud, public cloud?
This public cloud is different. Public cloud, there is a different method from we are seeing now for the private cloud. Public cloud, I need to check actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because those T codes all it won't be used in the public cloud.
No.
So,
In the public cloud, we are instead of using the T code. Suppose I am going for MD01N, right? In that option we have to use the application schedule job, right? And suppose
Yes,
I am
actually.
going for the VA05 report, we have to go for the sale order report. We have to give the application name in the public cloud.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Like this mail ID, like in the for the if you have selected the shared and private, you have selected, right?
Yes, yes.
From that, we can able to send the mail externally or as well internally.
Internally
SAP.
also. Yes, yes. To send the remember one thing, to trigger the mail into the outbox, we need the help of this basis guy, right? We have to ask them to do the setup in SOSTT code. With the help of basis guy, we can trigger, right? I have shown a snapshot, right? I have taken I have triggered the mail ID. I have triggered the mail. 1 minute. I have triggered this mail into my outbox, right? This is the approach. With the help of this SOSTT code and this basis consultant, what I have done, I have triggered the mail ID into the outbox, so that MRP report, MRP error detail, what is the outcome, what is the consolidated outcome from MD01N, that actually I have taken.
Okay, okay, fine. Like for this, we have to select if we can take it through bomb level also, right? These are reports.
Yes, yes. If you want the report of bomb also, you can also take the report of bomb level. Yeah.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any question?
Yeah, to trigger the email externally, do we need to do any settings or configuration at the
So-
job level?
No, not job,
Actually,
not job level. We have to provide our variant detail, right? What is the variant we have created? Everything we have to provide to this our basis consultant. The basis consultant will be responsible to trigger the mail into the outbox externally. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Any question? Thanks, team. Yeah, thanks, team, for attending the session.
Thank you, sir. Will you be
Thank you, sir.
sharing
Thank
this
you so
recorded
much.
session?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I'm sharing the recording session. I'm sharing the document in the group.
Sure. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Thank you so much.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you all.
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Okay, thank you.